Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, great Biafrans all over the world. I greet and I welcome you to this evening, morning, afternoon, depending on where you are watching from. Very quick one, and I want you to know that, when we say something, you know, you should check it properly and find out because the we bring the lead while the autopilot will continue to be dancing, continue to dance according to our lead. They will continue to dance according to you know our guidelines. I want you to know that few days ago, we talked about the chief infiltrators and chief infiltrator and here his origin. And we talked about it. And guess what? In the confirmation of what we talked about, the chief infiltrator made a broadcast. I want you to know that everything that this infiltrator has been telling you is all a lie and nothing but a lie. The reason why I will continue to remind you that everything he's been telling you is all a lie, including, if he tell you that his name starts with E, you should go and check it out. If he say good morning to you, you should check the time because everything about this guy is pure lie. First of all, he told you that he is from Ebonyi State. He told you he's from Ebonyi State. So that when he continue to kill you in Igbo speaking Biafra land, in the hinterland of Biafra, you will not, you will believe that it is somebody from Igbo extraction directly or Igbo speaking Biafra rather that is doing it, without you knowing that it is Asari Dokobo's cohort that is doing all that. Now we told you that he is from Ebonyi State, Akaibom State, which he lied and said he's from Ebonyi State. He lied to you, he said he's a lawyer. He lied to you, he said he's a military. He lied in several occasions, you know, and I don't blame you because there is something I wrote on my Twitter page, I Judge Money C. That's, there is a pastor who did a fake miracle. That pastor did a fake miracle of waking the dead person from the casket. I believe it happened in South Africa. So, this guy did a fake miracle that even the church members found out that it was indeed a fake. What did they do? They still stuck up with the same pastor. Did that make them to leave the pastor? Did that make them to think that this pastor could be doing all this miracle he's been showing us? It could be fake because they are already being, colonized by the pastor. Because so many of you does not understand you know, the power of colonizing somebody. It is not only about European colonizing people. You don't know the power of manipulating people, taking people from the truth and placing them to a lie. The, and so many of you who will continue to say that we've been fighting Autopilot, we've been fighting Simon Epa, we couldn't bring him, to his knees. I pity you because some of you who make those sentiments, I can assure you, your brain is not intact. You are a weakling. That is the reason why you make such statements, because you do not understand what we are engaging. And for the first time, let me clear it up to you as per what we are doing. We have not started fighting Simon Epa. You don't understand, because so many of you believe that what we are doing is fighting Simon Epa. No, it is only the intelligent one who will know. Now, what we are doing is not fighting Simon Epa, but we are trying to guide those that he is deceiving back to the track. That's exactly what we are doing. And so many people say we are fighting Simon Epa, we couldn't defeat them. You know, those are weaklings, and they don't understand. They don't understand what we are engaging in. And you don't need anybody to inform you when we are done with the Simon by himself. What we are doing is creating awareness about the infiltrators. Remember that IPOB, we will cry about what you do to us. We will present it to the world. We will expose you to the world so that when we strike, everything that we do will be justified in the eyes of the Lord. It will be justified even in the eyes of the Lord and the law, because we are always coming with the truth. We are having ofonogu for our enemies. If you understand that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu started with preaching the gospel, bringing you out, breaking you free from the shackle of mental bondage. He did not start with a war. So that is the same principles that is still guiding this movement, never changed an inch. So what we are saying is that we are guiding our people to come away from the infiltration, to know and understand the infiltration that we are suffering. We have not started, engaging this infiltration. Technically, we are bringing our people's mind, our people's consciousness to its, original state, which is those who are following Mazen Nnamdi Kanu knows his modus operandi, that is discipline. That is what we are doing. Whenever we come online to speak these things, you should know that that is what we are doing. The day we are going to start fighting Simon Ekpa, even the whole world will stand still. Even the weather will stand still, because I jiri Simon Ekpa for no go. He has committed too many crimes. The blood of those he killed in Biafra land, in Igbo-speaking Biafra land, those that he had, make them to lose their livelihood just to spite Ndibo. That is cutting your nose to spite your face. That is exactly what he is doing. He is from Akwa Ibom, claiming that he's from Ebonyi State. He does not know that whether he is from Ebonyi State, he is still Igbo extraction, who was misled by the British colony and by the British mastermind. That is something he does not know. But now, the most important thing is that they are using him to kill our people. Now, we will continue this awareness of bringing our people back in line. And there is no going back about it. I told you that he is from Akwa Ibom. And I told you that, I did not tell you actually. I did not. I talked about it in one of my broadcasts that IPOB family discovered his true origin. It was not my discovery actually. It was not my discovery. They discovered his true origin. Now, which I also use it and I brought it to you and you heard it. Now, I want to confirm to you. After we talked about it, remember what he does. That is all those things that he knows that is going to implicate him. He will bring it to you. He will start playing it to you. All those things that he knows that it is going to implicate him because he's always proactive. He will make you to get familiar with it. He will make you familiarize those things so that whenever we bring it or when we continue talking about it, you will say, if it is true, why is he playing it in his platform? Just like a place where Mazen Namdekanu told him, not after 1 week now that you are doing a good job, not after 1 week, you will start, being stupid. Then Biafra will give you IPOB treatment. He will bring it and start playing it as a jingle for you to familiarize it, for you not to see the bigger picture, for you not to see the future in that message of Mazen Namdekano. That is exactly what this guy does because he believes he is intelligent. There is somebody I was actually discussing with not a while ago. He said that Simon Epa is somebody who speaks before he thinks. And when he told me that, I busted into laugh. I busted into laugh. Because when you reason what this guy said to me, you will understand that it is actually the truth. He is clever but not intelligent, not smart. There is difference between somebody that is clever and somebody that is smart. Now let me break it down. I told you that I actually IPOB made you to understand that this guy is from Akwa Ibom and he is only targeting the Igbo speaking Biafra, him and Asari Dokubo, his second master. And I will also let you know the reason why he is working with Asari Dokubo. I will let you know, but I will play a video. I will start with a preamble and I will play a video where he believed, where he thought that Asari Dokubo knows IPOB ESN formation. He believed that it was Asari Dokubo who actually, helped Mazen Namdekanu to establish the ESN. So that is the reason why they went and started working together because of course, Asari Dokubo will continue to brainwash people. You know that one. He will continue to brainwash people. Now, I want to show you something. That is the reason why he brainwashed Fulanese, that he knows the formation of ESN, that is the one who fortified the men, he is the one who trained the men. That is the reason why they actually hired him and Ekperima as if they are insiders without knowing that these people are novice. Now, let me show you something. Let me start with this confirmation of how what he reacted after my exposition 2 days ago, telling you that he is from Akwa Ibom, the coast region of Biafra, where they selected few of them to actually attack Igbo speaking extraction. Even though they selected some Igbos, which is you called Nelly or Febu, Oyubo Bridget, all of those people, they selected them together to attack Ndibo because some of them are willing to sell even their parents for the sake of money, fortune, and fame. Now, listen to this. Let's confirm it before we proceed. Let us confirm that before we proceed. because so many of you does not know the reason why he came to announce this. Listen attentively.
October 2022. Today we have come again to continue the awareness for Biafra liberation. I want to inform you today that you are watching and listening live and direct on Voice of Biafra 97.5 FM, and the Voice of Biafra is live in Akwa Ibom State.
And the Voice of Biafra is live in Akwa Ibom State. Why? Because he believed telling you that Voice of Biafra, immediately you discovered that he is from Akwa Ibom. He now claim that he now starts making plan immediately. That was not the time I said it. That was the time IPOB found out. He started making plan immediately to bring their radio Ndenzama to Akwa Ibom, so that when he bring it and he will use it to make you shy away from the reality of him lying to you that he is from Ebonyi State, from the reality of lying to you that he is a lawyer, from the reality of lying to you that he is a military, just because he is a conscript. I want you to know, you remember those military people who were sent back from Russia, from Ukraine, Russian military people who were sent back from Ukraine because they are not qualified. Those were military conscript. They believe that they will use them to build a resistance. They were sent back because they were unqualified, because they were just military conscript. And the person who recruited them back to Ukraine war front was immediately suspended because he was calling conscript who does not have any experience in military, who does not have any, military what do you call it, drilling or war experience. He was calling them to be forefront of fighting Ukrainian war. He was suspended by the Russian, president immediately. So, for you to understand what a military conscript is, it is those who go to, military, do some exercise with the military. They show them first aid. They show them how to use gun. They show them one or two how to carry somebody when it is in time of need and carry them and run away from a danger. After showing them, some of them will wear military uniform, carry, sophisticated weapon and take a picture and tell you. It is like somebody taking you to teach you a first aid. Red Cross people, they are like people who administer first aid. It does not mean that they are qualified nurse or they are doctors. They can administer first aid, but does not make them a medical professional. I hope you understand that, analogy. Now, after telling you he's a military because he was opportune to take picture, which confused or convinced so many of you that he is a military, he named himself ESN, that you believe that ESN is our army because you are uninformed. Now, you believe that since he's a military from overseas, from Obodoyibo, he will be able to lead our military to war because he is more experienced than every other person. That is exactly what happened to your mind, to your brains, because you allowed yourself to be fooled. Now he went ahead. He told you he worked hand in hand with the president. He went and made a Photoshop of being around the president, and at the end of the day, we debunk it. Did he come out to tell you it was a lie? No. All the things that he's been doing, he charged the APC-led candidate in Anambra election 1 billion naira to boycott Anambra state election. It failed. Did he come to debunk it? The answer is no. Now, after all the lies that he's been telling you, lies, manipulation, and each and every day he continued to lie. When he saw that we catch him out, he will bring that thing and start playing it as a jingle to you. Just like now he's telling you that his radio is now in Akwa Ibom. It's only now that we discover where he come from that he realized he has to send his lies to his people. Now it was only radio that he could send to Akwa Ibom. He could not send sit at home to Akwa Ibom. It is only radio that he could send to Akwa Ibom. He could not send any other thing that he is using to kill our people in Igbo extraction, Igbo Biafran extraction, Igbo speaking, rather. He couldn't see any other thing to send. The only thing he could send, it is only radio. So that you people who are Igbo speaking, who are saying this shenanigan and you are supporting it, onye gbu nwanne ya brokwa is not a odogwu. When you kill your brother, you are not a hero. When you kill your brother, when you kill your own, you are not a hero, but rather you are a coward. That is how it is. A big coward. So now you are supporting him killing your people. You are supporting him doing all sorts of criminal activities in our land. You are supporting him attacking politicians, killing police, killing some people who are still Igbo speaking police. You are supporting him killing them. And all these things. As if in Akwa Ibom, politicians are behaving. As if in Akwa Ibom or coastal region, the police is behaving. As if in this region, that all these people he is attacking in Biafra land, as if they are behaving themselves, as if they are not part of this country called Zoo. So that is that what you called favoritism in criminality. He is a criminal for you to know that he cannot take that thing to Akwa Ibom because even his people detest him. Even his people detest him. But so many of you will not understand. So many of you will not understand. His people detest him for the sake of this criminality. His people. But when we begin to fight to defeat Simon, you will understand what we are talking about. We are trying to guide you. We are trying to guide you through to escape from his lies and manipulation. That's exactly what we are doing right now. We are not fighting to defeat Eba because there is nothing to defeat about him. When the time is right, result are boom, yeah, and you will be here to watch it unfold because you are not going anywhere. Why are you in a hurry? You don't need to be in a hurry. We are IPOB. We cry about what you do to us so that when we retaliate, the whole world will know that we cried. You did it to us. That is our modus operandi. We show the world your atrocities upon us. That when we will start, the whole world will know that yes, indeed, we are fighting a just cause. Just like Ojukwu took them to Aburi, he made every effort to avoid the war in 1967 to 1970. In Aburi Accord, they signed a peace accord that everybody will manage their area, bring tax to the center. When Gowon came back, Britain said, no, you will be called a ceremonial president. As a naive, young president he is, power was given to him, of 200 million people. He buy into the British manipulation. He become the aggressor. British media called Ojukwu the aggressor instead. And they started killing our people. That is how it is. We will always announce and show it to the world. Today there is social media. Date and time is always there. It is no longer like mainstream media, which is BBC and all that they will use to hide our truth, that they will use to manipulate the truth. It is no longer that. This time around, it is all about you seeing it playing out in the real time. That is how it is. Evidence is there. Every track record, you will find it there. So that is how we are playing now. So now, when Ojukwu say that whom is rejected will not reject himself, then he begin to fight to defend himself. Britain called him aggressor. They started killing him. They blocked the border for food supply not to come to Biafra land. They supplied Nigeria all the ammunitions. The same way these, haters of freedom are supplying Asari Dokubo, Simon Eba, among others, Fulanis in our bushes, all the things that they need to use to kill us. And your time is coming. There is a time to be constituting nuisance and a time to cease fire, be it by peace or otherwise. Now, let's go there. I want you to pay attention. Let me play it again so that I will now remind you something. After reminding you something, then I will now bring to you how we roll. Pay attention. This is what he does. When we debunk him, he go and start bringing it to you to familiarize it. When you familiarize it, because the reason why he will always remind you that, he talks before he thinks. He talks before he thinks. He will make you familiarize it so that you will not see it as something against him anymore. Psychology. That is what they use to colonize you. So, pay attention to this.
Liberation. I want to inform you today that you are watching and listening live and direct on Voice of Biafra 97.5 FM. And the Voice of Biafra is live in Akwa Ibom State.
Okay.
Akwa Ibom State is Biafra land.
So, it is live in Akwa Ibom State. And you are realizing today only that Akwa Ibom State is Biafra land. That is how it is. Now, let me now remove this one. Let me remind you of something. Let me remind you something. Let me remind you this.
So, Asari Kubo, the only thing I'm telling you, I'm not come here to attack you. I have not come here to blackmail you because I will not blackmail anybody that have done nothing to me. I will not blackmail you. I understand it because it is happening to me. So the same way I am feeling is the same way you are feeling. So I have not come here to attack Asari Kubo. Tell Asari Kubo the first time in the history of this struggle that I have come and addressed his concern and I did not attack him. And let him not attack Autopilot. Tell him that Autopilot are not the one that attacking him. Tell him that any day he wants to address these people, he should address them properly. Address them like illiterate, IPOP, DOS criminals and their errand. That bloated pig, always talking rubbish and spitting everywhere. That pig is like another Afonja in our land. That pig is an agent of darkness in our land.
If you pay attention here, you will understand the reason why they give high hopes to Asari Dokubo. And those high hopes is the reason why Fulani is dumping him slowly but surely. Pay attention to the voice that I am playing now. Then you will see the one who call himself disciple and the one who is the master. How they address the same issues. Because if you are my disciple, you walk in my footstep. Now, disciple was consolidating while the master, in a situation where the master lambast the enemy. Now, pay attention, you will hear the reason why they gave high hopes to Asari Dokubo. All of them, pay attention.
If you don't know, I'll tell you tonight. Because it's a criminal, and I'll prove it. As I'm saying it, I'm mentioning names. As I kept saying, that's you God Asari Dokubo that I gave money to. From inside the prison, because he has no shame. From inside the prison, I gave that idiot 20 million naira. I was in prison. He was so poor, I authorized for him to be given 20 million. Our men went to Gotcha. That same bloated pig went and called DSS to go and arrest my men in Iguacha.
Pay attention. You are listening to it.
I get the money to you today. But people have no shame. Did I give you money or not? I was in prison. And I organized a meeting in Cotonou. In your house in Cotonou. With our men. My men to go to Cotonou. They all over the world to Cotonou to go and see you.
With our men. So they believe that those men, those ESN that Asari Dokubo knows its formation. That is the reason why Fulani entrusted that, that Asari Dokubo will be able to destroy the ESN. That is the reason why the Fulani gave high hopes to Asari Dokubo and he failed to deliver. That is the reason why they now stayed Pompolo and gave him a contract to tell Asari Dokubo that you are a failure. To tell him that he is a failure. Of course, we know how they roll. All the things that they have done against Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, look at Dave Umahi. He is drowning in debt. Dave Umahi is drowning in debt today because they are using the finance. We are going to do that as a exposition, a special one. Finance that they're supposed to use to build and service their debt. They use it to do illegal things for Fulani so that Fulani will give them opportunity for presidency 2023. And the opportunity, did it come? The answer is no. So now, people who claim to be he claim to be disciple. And this is the same case scenario. A same case where he saw or he has seen how the master addressed that issue. And when it comes to him to address it as so-called self-acclaimed disciple, he started consolidating. Let us actually start it again. Hear it and hear it clearly. Very well.
Thank you. So, Asari Dokubo, the only thing I'm telling you, I'm not come here to attack you. I have not come here to...
And remember that where he is consolidating is when Asari Dokubo came out openly to say that all the IPOB members must be killed. that every IPOB members must be killed, that he is killing them. He actually bragged that he is killing our people. Brag on Facebook. It's quite unfortunate. I don't know who warned him recently that he should stop using that word, I'm killing you, because he's exposing himself. I do not know exactly who advised him to stop using that word, that he said that he is killing you, that he will continue to kill you. And all that thing that he said, the only response, that's the one who called himself the disciple, gave to the same man who claimed he is killing you, was to say, was to do this, was to consolidate. The only response was to say this.
You because I will not blackmail anybody that have done nothing to me.
He will not blackmail anybody that has done nothing to him, but he is today following up and killing, people in Biafra land. What did those people that you are killing in Biafra land did to you? But Asari Dokubo told you openly that he is the one that he goes to look for problem, that is the one killing our people, that he is killing them, and he will continue to kill them. All you said is that you have not come here to blackmail him. You have not come here to blackmail anybody who has never done anything to me, because you know that the people he was killing were the same people you came to kill. That is exactly the missing needle there. You are aware that the same people Asari Dokubo is bragging of killing is the same people that you are up for killing. That is the reason why you acknowledge Asari Dokubo. You gave him thumbs up. Go ahead. I am behind you. People are blackmailing you. These people has been blackmailing you. So I have not come here to blackmail you or to attack you. I have come here to address you. Somebody who brag of killing the people you so called your people. You consolidate with them. You are consolidating with them. Listen.
Not blackmail you. Your anger, I understand it because it is happening to me. So the same way I am feeling is the same way you are feeling. So I have not come here
because
to
both of them,
the first time in the history
the same way he is feeling is the same way Asari is feeling, because both of them are on the same page of one mission. That is the reason why they have to feel the same way, because if they feel the same way, they will achieve the same goal. The same way you are feeling is the same way that Berima is feeling, who call himself the disciple. Is feeling the same way that the enemy is feeling. It is very, very plain to see the same way he is feeling. Pay attention.
Come and address his concern, and I did not attack him. And let him not attack Autopilot. Tell him that
because they are with you.
That attacking him. Tell him that any day he want to address these people, he should address them properly. Address them like illiterate, IPOP, DOS criminals, and their Iran. Autopilot are different people. That's bloated pig.
Illiterate IPOB, illiterate IPOB, DOS criminal. But today he will tell you he's Autopilot. Tomorrow he will tell you, no, you are no longer Autopilot, you are IPOB. The same IPOB that he called illiterate. The same IPOB that he called criminals. It is the same IPOB. If you want to address them as illiterate, IPOB, DOS, criminal, and the IRATs. So, don't think that he is referring to the DOS. He is not referring to the DOS alone. he is referring to this great family that is led by Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. That is the reason why he phrased it, and I will quote it verbatim. If you want to address them as illiterate IPOB, comma, DOS, comma, okay, then all of them criminals and their errats. I hope you get the analysis here. I hope you get the analysis here. He said illiterate, IPOB, DOS, criminal, and their errats. It is like saying Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, DOS, IPOB, because they are different, entities. Okay, they are different, if you are trying to make an analysis, but you need to name them according to their positions. Now, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, comma, DOS, comma, Biafrans, comma, and the media warriors. You are actually referring to them one after another. Now, illiterate, IPOB, comma, DOS, comma, and they are all criminal, including their errats. Are you paying attention? That is exactly how and what this guy said to Asari Dokubo. That is the reason why I said, if a pastor could do a fraudulent miracle, and the church member later found out that it is indeed a fraudulent miracle, and after that, the person that was used for the fraudulent miracle, the fellow conspirator, he disappeared. And the church members knew about it. And the church members did not say anything. They are still, following. They are still following that same pastor, even today. What is that telling you? Because there are people who follow people blindly. No matter what you do, there is nothing you will do to make them change. There are people in life who are born to be on the side of lies. There are people in life who are born to be on the side of those that will be manipulated. There are people that are in life that are born to be those people they use to complete the number. Those are the people that are following autopilot infiltrators today. They are the people following autopilot infiltrators today. That is exactly what is going on. And I hope you get the message. Now let us continue for you now to see where Fulani gave Asari Dokubo high hopes, where they saw, they believe, they invested, all their efforts to him, believing that he knows about ESN. And the criminal they newly recruited, joining Asari Dokubo, that was the same criminal who exposed himself now, to show you that was the time they were introduced to each other. Don't be surprised if he come tomorrow and start talking about Asari Dokubo. I know they know born and well. I know he has to go and take permission first. Asari Dokubo, this thing now we are doing now. The my powerhouse is those, my powerhouse is those people who are following me. That is my powerhouse. If those people who are following me, if they are no longer following me, it means that there is no more power. There is nothing that will motivate me to continue to kill these people indirectly, or to deceive them, to manipulate them, to give them high hopes while leading them to their death, to their Dead end. Now he has to take permission. Asari Dokubo, please, can I just, I will try to be fair and constructive on you. Don't be surprised if he come out tomorrow to start, you know, act like he's attacking Asare Dokubo. The same way he played like he's attacking Owazurike. Every day he tell you Owazurike was deceived. Owazurike boys was deceived. So that you will now begin to get, get friendly with Owazurike and start forgetting about him. You will start now thinking fair of his actually sell out to the struggle that people died for. Those are the psychology he is using and continue to use on our people. Let us continue. Let's see how the master addresses issues like this when it arises. Then you will ask yourself, is this a disciple or is this a criminal who claim to be the disciple? Listen attentively.
Always talking rubbish and spitting everywhere. That pig is like another Afonja in our land. That pig is an agent of darkness in our land. If you don't know, I'll tell you tonight. Because it's a criminal, and I'll prove it. As I'm saying it, I'm mentioning names. As I just say, that's the pig called Asari Dokubo that I gave money to. From inside the prison, because he has no shame. From inside the prison, I gave that idiot 20 million naira.
Okay.
I was in prison.
From Isiagu prison, don't forget he also gave Simon Eba money. Don't forget though, because you will still hear it from Onyendu when it comes out. Now continue. From Isiagu prison, whenever he is in prison, Asare Dokubo and his cohort will stir up their they will stir up their sword, or they will stir up their war sword in Lee against the peculiar people, the people of Biafra. Whenever they put him in prison, they will now begin to do one or two. Manipulation. Asare Dokubo couldn't do it alone because he is too emotional. He is too emotional. He is somebody that once you press his button, he was Obidonyowa. He be Obido confess. Now they have to contract a abandoned criminal. They have a hardened criminal that does not even know that if his people must be ashamed of himself. In fact, his people are ashamed of him. But let us continue. Let us continue.
He was so poor, I authorized for him to be given 20 million. Our men went to Guacha. That same bloated pig went and called DSS to go and arrest my men in Guacha. And he paid the money till today. But people had no shame. Did I give you money or not? I was in prison. And I advised the meeting in Cotonou, in your house in Cotonou. With our men, my men, they're all over the world to Cotonou to go and see you. That meeting, I asked you, how do we proceed from here? You demanded for 200 million naira. You bloated, dirty, filthy pig.
In these people, it is all about money. All about money. That is the first move that Berima made to test his popularity, demanding 1 billion naira from Anduba to boycott the election for him. That was the first move he made, which failed. Let's continue. All about money. Money is their problem.
Did you ask me for 200 million or not? I don't talk to Jenna Siebu anymore. Don't treat us. Did you not talk to him about it? Did I not give Jenna Siebu authorization to give him money? How much money did you have from me? You shameless pig. a con artist. Now the guy is a con artist. When you are the one that stole from me, I gave you money for us to do something kind of agreement. You want to call it DSS? Yes or no? I'm asking.
He gave him the money for him to do something. It was when the ESN initiative was being implemented. He gave him the money. He went and called the DSS. Are you paying attention? And are you now seconding how they will always use these people who come as a friend when they are unfriendly friends? Ekperima came into Mazen Nnamdi Kanu's life. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu got hijacked, got kidnapped, got tortured, got beaten up, got renditioned to Nigeria, almost killed. And he come out, he started acting tough. He wanted to be called a supreme leader. The same way Asari Dokubo wanted to be called a supreme leader, because that is what kills them. Each time they hear it, that name being called to Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, they go wacko, they go crazy. They are searching for fortune and fame.
The two of us. And you're a freedom fighter. Who is in love with his oppressor. You're in a zoo. You're in a zoo. You're not ashamed of yourself. You're coming out talking rubbish. I will ask you again. How much money did I give you? Oh, 2016. You said you will organize men. How much did I give you? How much did we
Are you listening?
When I was in prison, you ate. Avengers never got the money. And you're here talking rubbish, as always. And my happiness is that the judges don't know who you are. They know you're a traitor. They warned me. They said you're a traitor. And now I know you are. You see, it's called a double agent. You come in our Biafra. Everybody must do Biafra. It's a lie. You don't have the discipline. You cannot be like all of you fools, living on the crumbs from the master's table. I'll be a very wealthy man. I don't have any need for it. I went to Uganda for some useless schools I'm not finding now. It's called Green Street Primary School. When I was in school, Cameroon Road and Primary School, I keep saying it all the time. I went to Library Avenue, Mwahia, the best of the best. Government College of Mwahia. UNN, because of Nigeria and Soka. I told my father that if I remain in this school, I'll become more stupid than a monkey. My father sent me to go to London to go and study. And you open your mouth and come rubbish. I didn't take money from Nigeria when I was in prison.
So, you heard it, that the real deal about Asari Dokubo, and it was about the ESN. That's why when they contracted Simon Eber, he changed his name to ESN. And he tell you now that he's the one in charge of ESN. When ESN was being created, he does not know. Even the second in command, Binu Chemofo, did not know. All of a sudden, somebody jumped out from Ajumwasio Welebaniafo. Onya Bajumwasio Welebaniafo, Kuna Malo. Onya Bonyo Gawaga Fechenus Osu Ogwebaji Onyon does Aputakwan. How you phone Abuna? That is what he is. Now, he ran out there to say that he is in charge of ESN. It is always this ESN. ESN atabolo hanafufu. Asari Dokubo, he called DSS for the ESN, for the man that was supposed to, during the time Mazen Nnamdi Kanu was planning it, that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu has to, have to re-strategize. He re-strategized, And he now formed a formidable force, which none of them know the formation. That is what is consuming them today. But he immediately, Simon Epa, and the ones he called His Excellency, because when he is addressing those politicians that he works with and that is contracting him, what he calls them is His Excellency. That's what he does. Whenever he's addressing them, he will tell His Excellency, I can do this. You don't know my capability. I will show you people that this man bragging that you cannot penetrate IPOB. I can do that within a twinkle of an eye, and I will destroy that ESN. That they have the temerity to attack my chairman, Ike Kweremad in Germany. All these things you do not know. You do not know, because what you don't know is indeed bigger than you. He continued to use, he gives you clue, but because you are actually, you lack discernment, you can never understand or decode when somebody is actually telling you what they are. He told you what you don't know is bigger than you, because you don't know his activities. That is the reason why you will continue to blindly follow and support his criminal activities. I have given you the difference between master and the so-called self-acclaimed, disciple. He does not deserve to even mention that he is Mazen Nnamdi Kanu's disciple. It is an insult. Do not ever look for our trouble. We don't look for trouble. Don't you ever look for our trouble. It is very, very important. IPOB, we are fighting for the freedom, the restoration of Biafra, as well as African at large. We are fighting for freedom for Black men all over the world. Because what we are suffering today is as a result of being, caged. It is as a result of being caged. It is as a result of mental weakness. It is as a result of mental slavery. It is as a result of we not being able to actually define ourselves. If you are watching on YouTube at Judge Money Blog Africa, I want you to click the like button, allow the algorithm to do the sharing. Don't forget to subscribe to that YouTube channel. The enemy is fighting that YouTube channel. They have reported it in several occasions, but the most important thing is that they have not seen a reason to bring it down. That is the one thing. This recent days, they have been reporting it. Even this boy called Ijele, the Fulani boy, even made a threat that he will bring my page down. But I can assure him, if you bring the page down, I create another one. If I create another one, even if it is one person watching, just like my original page is already gone. So the new one, even if it is one person watching, the message continue to flow. We are not here to look for number. We are here to actually give the message to peculiar people, because it is not everybody that that will see freedom. It is not everybody that freedom will come to. People like you are already doomed. Your time, I told you, is running out for you to change and embrace Biafra as your only hope. But you refuse to heed my warning. What you do these days is that you use fake accounts. You come to programs after finding after IPOB unmasking you, being masterminding people who went to Barrister Jofor's house to kill others. You know, you've been hiding, but we know where you are. It's just that, we are doing things one after another. There is nothing that is hidden that will not be unmasked. Most important thing here we are here to do is that we are here to continue to preach the gospel for freedom, and we are here to also expose the activities of those people who claim they are Biafran. The activities of those who has been in this movement trying to sabotage what we are doing, trying to blackmail the structure that was created by Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. It is quite unfortunate today that they are running away from this fight that they started. It is just the beginning, and it is the beginning of their end. Yeah, they are actually running away from the fight that they have created. I am going to show you how the chief infiltrator, the smoke person of the Autopilot, is now advising his ERAT that they should stop going and attacking IPOB. Rather, they should focus, because his identity has been, actually exposed. One thing about these people, what they also, I remember all those things. Let's start from there. Basically, we are going to talk about the Asari Dokubo, his ignorance, the ignorance he was displaying yesterday on the social media, telling you, I told you he is scared. I told you he is afraid, very, very scared of what is going on. He is bragging, of course, they are using all these people they recruited, giving them military uniform, sending them to Biafra land to kill innocent people, but we are following them. But the most important thing is that you should stay out of trouble. As long as you stay out of trouble, we IPOB, we will continue to defend our land against any terrorists who come to kill the innocent people, who are there to destroy the lives of the innocent people. But if you are a criminal in Biafra land, if you are killed, we give kudos to whoever that did it, because we are not fighting to actually promote criminals. We are fighting to eliminate atrocities, sins that has been, racketeering our land, fighting to eliminate those who are the terrorists trying to terrorize, traumatize our people. We are not fighting to harbor criminals. So if you are a criminal in Biafra land, you must meet your end, because you are part of our enemy. We are not into criminality. That is the reason why when we see criminal, we will never let them be. We will fight them until they, we will fight them until they go down. We have zero tolerance to criminality. We are disciplined. That this movement is standing up today, it is because of discipline. If we are not disciplined, the enemy must have destroyed the structure, destroyed the organization, destroyed the movement, destroyed everybody thereof. But because we are disciplined, they cannot thrive in their activities to get IPOB down. They will never win. Any fight that you are fighting with truth, they will never lose, because it is going to be the truth and the testimony. After the rain, there comes the sun. After all this struggle, we will achieve our sovereign state of Biafra. And those who believe that we cannot do it, they will hide their faces in shame. They will indeed hide their faces in shame. Those who will believe that we cannot do it, they will indeed hide their faces in shame. We are going to liberate Biafra. We are going to liberate Africa. We are going to make sure that every black man on this face of the planet Earth is liberated. That is our job. It is in our blood. It is in our lineage. We are the awakening generation. We are bound to wake others up when they are slumber. When they slumber, we actually bring them back up, because it is our duty as the tribe of Judah. So, great Biafrans all over the world, if you are watching on Facebook at Judge Money Official, at Judge Money Blog, at Judge Money/TV, share the video, invite others to join. It is only when you share it that we will be able to have audience. If you are not sharing it, we won't have audience. But whichever one we have, it will not stop us from continuing, because we are not here for the number, we are here for the message. Very important thing. I want you to see this, exactly what is going on. I want to show you something. Before we go to Asari Dokubo, I want you to hear that the enemy is now running away from the fight that he began. I believe this same person whom I told you, he came recently because he knows that his cup is getting full. He knows the time is running out for him. That is the reason why he came out to tell you that he needs $10,000 from 50 persons, that he needs to buy Super Tokeno, he needs to buy a reptile, he needs to buy S400, he needs to start a war in Nigeria. And I told